Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Hatha Level 1, 2. So before we get ready for today's practice, we're just going to make sure that we have a few of our necessary props. One of our props is going to be a large towel. And then our secondary prop is going to be a pillow. So taking your pillow from your bed works out great, or any other pillow that is around roughly the same size. I'm just going to move myself back here a little bit so you can see what we're going to be doing today. All right. So to begin, let's take a nice comfortable seat. To start today's practice, taking a few deeper breaths, going into the body, allowing the mind to begin to survey the different sensations from the base all the way up the entire length of the body. So today we're going to be opening up our hips, thus opening up our root chakra. Allowing ourselves to relieve any anger, any fear that's within the body. And allow all of that, any fear, any limiting belief that is fear-based, to exhale all of that fear into the earth, away from the body. Let the earth take it. Inhaling from the crown of the head, down the length of the spine, exhaling all of that fear into the earth. Take a couple more breaths just like this. Then we're going to guide the hands over towards the belly. We're going to start to bring our breath down to the base of the belly. From here, we're going to inhale strength and courage to strengthen our foundation. In through the hands, all the way into the navel. Exhaling strength, courage from the navel throughout the entire body, igniting every single cell it touches. Continuously breathing the warmth in through the hands, igniting the fires of your strength and courage. And then gently allowing your breath to settle back to a neutral state. And guiding the hands towards heart center in Anjali Mudra. Finding your intention for today's practice as you connect with the heart. Rooting the sit bones deep into your mat. Lifting the length of the spine, reaching through the crown of the head. As your intention becomes clearer to you, let us inhale to Om to start today's practice. Inhaling now. Gently opening up the eyes. And then from here, we're going to transition to our backs. So we're going to make sure that our towel is lengthwise resting on one side of your mat. And then you're going to come to lying down on your spine with your knees bent and your feet planted. From here, you can guide the arms into cactus pose or T position. And then from here, we're going to guide the feet together at a relatively close distance towards the sit bones. And then as you exhale, you're going to release the knees towards the earth off to either sides into a butterfly posture here. Take a few deep breaths, allowing the body to settle in this pose. Allowing the knees to become heavy. Allowing the hips to open up as you release the full weight of the legs to the earth. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Relaxing the thighs, relaxing the glutes. And then as you inhale, guiding the knees back to center. Exhale, navel to spine, knees come in towards the chest. Guiding the hands over the knees. So we're going to start here to help release the spine. We're going to inhale, guide the knees away from the chest. Exhale, knees in. 2 more breaths. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Keeping the knees pulled into the chest. On the next inhalation, you're going to sink the navel down into the earth. And then as you begin to exhale, you're going to make large circles with the knees, circling out away from each other. Bringing a little bit of fluidity here into the hips. Inhaling to bring the knees in, exhaling, rotating the knees outward. Beginning to synchronize your breath with your movements, bringing harmony into the body. For 3, then we're going to start to change directions at the base of the count. 2, and 1. Exhale, legs away from you, and then sweep the knees wide once again, drawing big circles in opposite directions with the knees in the opposite direction in which we were just doing. For 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So from here, we're going to keep the knees bent. We're going to slide the knees nice and wide, coming into happy baby. We're going to grab the edges of the feet with the hands, and then we're going to shift the feet up towards the ceiling, keeping the knees greatly bent to the outskirts of the body. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. On your inhalation, you're going to push the feet up towards the ceiling, opening up the back of the shoulders. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend the knees. You're going to guide the knees as close to the earth as possible, opening up the hips. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. One more. Inhale, push. Exhale, pull. Beginning to rock from side to side. For 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back through center. We're going to guide the legs all the way back in. We're going to extend the left leg back to the earth as you keep the right knee bent in towards the chest. So over here, we're going to take the base of the knee with the palms of the hands. And first of all, we're going to exhale wide. Take the knee as wide as you can, past the armpit, if that's available for you today. And then from here, you can start to release the left hand back to the earth, guiding your breath in through the right hip, relaxing the thigh, relaxing the supporting glutes. For 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to transfer the leg into the left hand. So the left hand is going to come on the outer edge of the right knee. The right arm opens. As you exhale, guide the leg across the body, coming into a twist as you take your gaze past the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center. And then as you exhale, you're going to take your towel. You're going to place your towel at the base of your foot. And you're going to inhale, guide the base of the foot all the way up towards the ceiling, taking the edges of your towel. Inhale, press through the heel, tuck the toes in towards you. As you exhale, draw the leg closer to the gaze. For 3, 2, and 1. Guiding both ends of your towel into your right hand. You're going to descend the left palm down on top of the left hip. And you're going to exhale, right leg wide. Both hips are planted into the mat. The left hip is anchored. Breathing into the right hip for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, leg to center, switching the ends of the towels into the left hand, right arm wide. Exhale the leg across the body. For 5, guiding the breath through the outer right hip, glute, and thigh. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, back to center. Bending the right knee. And then you're going to release the right leg all the way back down to the earth and take the towel back down alongside your mat. Staying here just for a couple of breaths, observing the different sensations between the right hip and the left hip. Without judgment, without any sort of judgment, discrimination between any of the sensations, just simple observation between the left and the right. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to start to bend the left knee into the chest. Then from here, on the next exhalation, we're going to exhale left knee wide into the left hand as the right arm opens, taking a few deep breaths into the left hip. Three, 2, and 1. Inhale across the body. And then exhale all the way as you guide your right hand on the outskirts of the left knee, guiding your left arm wide, taking your gaze past the left shoulder. Three, 2, and 1. Inhale to guide the knee back into the chest, back to center. Hello. Then we're going to grab the towel at the base of the left foot. Inhale, left foot up to the ceiling, pressing through the heel of the foot, tucking the toes in towards you. And then from here, you're going to start to shift the leg closer towards your gaze as both hips stayed anchored into the earth. You can pull the navel back down into the spine to help support the hips grounding down nice and evenly. Staying here, guiding your breath through the back side of the left leg for 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to take the ends of the towel into the left hand. The right arm opens. As you exhale, left leg wide. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, left leg up through center. As you exhale, transfer the towel into the right hand, left arm opens. Exhale the leg all the way across. Gaze past the left shoulder. For 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Inhale all the way back through center. Exhale, left leg back down to the earth, releasing your towel off to one side. Staying here for a couple of breaths and noticing the differences between the sensations throughout the left and the right side of the body. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to bend the knees back in towards the chest. We're going to cross the ankles. We're going to take a hold of the front of the feet, and we're going to start to rock from front to back. For 3. So when I count down from 3, we're all going to come up into a seated position. 2. And 1. Excellent. Coming all the way back up. From here, we're going to uncross the legs. We're going to take our feet back into butterfly pose. Knees are nice and wide. From here, we're going to guide the hands towards the outer skirts of the feet. And then from here, we're going to open the base of the feet up just like a book. As you open up your feet, you're going to reach through the crown of the head. Shoulders are down, away from the ears. Spine is nice and long. You're going to tilt at the pelvis, lead with the heart as you shift your heart forward with a nice long spine. When I count down from 3, we're going to inhale, fingertips up to the sky, and then we're going to exhale, release the entire length of the spine over the legs in flexion. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale to fold. Few very deep breaths here. In through the inner hips. One more breath. And then beginning to walk the hands back towards the legs. And then from here, we're going to extend the right leg out, keeping the left heel in. So you're going to press through the heel of the right foot, tuck the toes in towards you, sink the left sit bone down into the mat. And you're going to place your right hand just over your leg. On your inhalation, you're going to sweep up to the sky through the left hand. And then as you exhale, we're going to fold 3 times over towards the right side. On the last fold, we're going to stay. Folding over on your exhalation. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. So now we're going to stay here in our forward fold. So from here, we're going to tilt the heart towards the thigh as you take a hold of either your leg or taking your hands down to the earth or the foot. We're going to inhale, lift the heart, lengthen the spine. Exhale, scoop the belly in and fold. One more deep breath. Before we rise, we're going to release the left hand As we inhale, we're going to sweep the left hand back up towards the sky. Maybe even spiraling the left arm back, opening up the heart. And then as we exhale, we're going to guide our spine back to center. Inhale up. Exhale, release the hands back to the earth. You're going to tuck the right heel in, extend the left heel out. You're going to keep that left foot strongly flexed, left hand over the left leg, right sit bone sinks down into the earth. Inhale to sweep the right arm all the way overhead. And then exhale to fold. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. So this is the last one. So we're going to stay in our fold. Exhale, fold. Pivot the heart towards the thigh, taking a hold of either your left foot, the calf, or taking the palms down to the earth. We're going to inhale, pull the heart forward, lengthen the spine. Exhale to forward fold. One more breath. Keeping your left hand exactly where it is. Inhale, sweeping the right arm up. Maybe even slightly back. Exhale, guiding the spine back into your fold. And then inhale back to center. From here, as you exhale, you're going to open up your right leg too. So now our legs are nice and open here, and both feet are still going to stay nicely flexed. So you're pressing up through the heels of the feet, tucking the toes towards you. So from here, we're going to make sure that there's a pelvic tilt before we come into our forward fold. So from here, there's a couple of things that you can adjust yourself with. So if your spine is still sinking back, you can actually either fold your towel and take your towel right underneath your sit bones so your pelvis starts to tip forward, or you can take your pillow and take your sit bones at the edge of your pillow so your pelvis starts to tip forward. If not, from here, we're going to inhale, reach up to the sky, tilt the pelvis forward, lead with the heart, and then you're going to start to fold. Take your gaze towards the space in between your hands. And then you're going to inhale, lengthen the spine, pull the heart forward. Exhale, take an even deeper forward fold. Keeping those feet nicely flexed. For 3, 2, and 1. Walking the hands all the way back up. From here, we're going to guide the hands underneath the knees. We're going to bend the knees, and we're going to plant the feet slightly wider than hip width distance apart. We're going to shift the hands behind you on the earth. We're going to just shake the knees from side to side, like a windshield wiper. Beautiful. All right. Let's do one more rotation on both sides. Beautiful. So from here, we're going to come into tabletop position. Just for a short period of time here, we're going to move through the spine. So you're going to exhale, cat, inhale, cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, give the glutes a little bit of a squeeze as you descend the crown of the head towards the earth. Inhale to open up the heart. Descending the belly and the spine towards the earth, lifting your gaze. Exhale, cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. 2 more breaths. Excellent. Okay, so from here, we're just going to make sure that our pillow is at a reachable distance, and same thing with our towel. So some of us might need a little bit of a prop here. So we're going to be going into pigeon to help support the outer hips. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to take the right knee towards the space in between the hands. We're going to slide the left leg all the way back. So a couple of things, really important things to know here in pigeon. So your hips should be square to your mat. If they're not, if your right hip starts to lift, that's where you're going to take your pillow and you're going to fill in that space. That's very important to make sure that the hips stay very squared here. If the pillow is too high for you, you can fold your towel and you can rest your sit on a towel. Or if the pillow is still too low, you can fold your pillow and lift your seat up a little bit higher. So that's number 1. Number 2 is your intensity lever. If you'd like to increase the level of sensation, you're going to start to shift your shin so that it one day will be flush with the front of your mat. So this will increase the level of sensation through your outer right hip. To decrease the level of sensation, you're going to do the exact opposite. You're going to make this angle here a lot smaller. You're going to tuck your leg inward. So from here, starting off in pigeon, we're going to guide the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to reach up through the crown of the head. We're going to stay lifted here just for a few breaths. And then eventually we're going to exhale to fold over the right leg. Keep your right foot fully flexed, heels out, toes are in. All right, let's take one more breath here. Inhale, lift the crown up slightly higher. Exhale, release the length of the spine down to the ground. You can stack your hands underneath your forehead if you wish. Last breath here. Sliding the hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale to lift the crown. And then from here, we're going to switch through downward facing dog. So you're going to tuck the left toes under, send the left heel back, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Let's take one breath in stillness, pressing through all 4 limbs into the earth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale, left knee in the space between the hands. Exhale to descend the right leg. Beautiful. So just like you did on the other side, you're going to level the hips. Make sure that the hips are nice and square to the earth. If not, you're going to fill that hole. You're going to fill that space with either your blanket or your towel. And then you're going to adjust your intensity lever, which is your shin. So you either take it a little bit closer to the body to decrease the level of sensation, or you're going to guide the shin a little bit closer towards the front edge of your mat to increase the level of sensation. Making sure that your hips are fully squared and making sure that that left foot is fully flexed. Reaching up through the crown of the head. Softening your gaze, relaxing your facial muscles. Breathing into the left hip. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. And then as you exhale, release the spine over the legs. You may choose to stack your hands underneath your forehead. Let's take 2 more breaths here. At the base of the last exhalation, guiding the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale to lift. Tuck the right toes under, send the right heel back, step back as you exhale, downward facing dog. Take 1 deep breath, pressing in through all 4 limbs. And then slowly begin to pedal up the knees. Taking your time to transition from side to side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the heels back down to the earth. Inhale, right foot steps forward. You're going to sweep the right arm so that the right hand lands right on the inner crest of the right foot. So both of the palms, the heels of the palms are right in front of that inner edge of the right foot. You're going to flip the left foot over and you're going to lift the toes up towards the ceiling, landing on the base of your heel here. Your right heel is going to be nice close towards the ground. And then from here, we're going to take 1 full breath. Inhale to transfer the weight. Walking all the way over towards the left side, and then exhale to sink. 1 deep breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, transfer. Shifting from side to side. Inhale, lift. Exhale to transfer. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale back to the right. We're going to sweep the right arm on the outer edge of the right leg. And then we're going to step back into our downward facing dog. One more breath. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Exhale to hop or step towards the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Descend your sit bones way back into space. Bending the knees greatly. We're going to be coming into chair pose. As you inhale, you're going to guide the fingertips across the earth, all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center as you sink deeper into your seat. Shift the shoulders back, keep the heart nice and open. Push the feet away from each other. Soften the facial expression. Focus on your intention for today's practice. Let's take 2 more breaths. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release the hands to either sides of the body. Perfect. So from here, we're going to step our feet slightly wider than hip width distance apart. We're just going to either take our hands towards the hips, or you can take your hands in prayer position. So preferably for myself, I do enjoy keeping hands at the hips here. So what we're going to do, we're not going to do a yoga thing. We're going to do something slightly different just to get a little bit into the hips before coming into our squat. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer the weight into the left foot, and we're going to sweep the right foot wide to come back into the stance. And then we're going to switch feet. So we're just going to make big sweeping motions with the alternate legs. Let's start. Inhale, sweep across. Exhale, wide. Sweep. Beautiful. Ooh, let's keep going. This also helps a little bit with our balance. So keep your navel tucked in to the spine. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming back into our position here, and then we're going to do the breath of joy to start getting a little bit wider into the hips before we go into the squats. So breath of joy, we're going to do 3 zips of inhalation. Looks like this. Kind of like you're sticking your face into a giant bouquet of flowers, right? And then a strong exhalation through your mouth. We're also going to move. We're going to inhale forward, arms up. Inhale, arms to the side. Inhale, arms back up through center. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend your knees and you're going to toss it all out behind you. And then you're going to inhale back to rise through center. Okay? In 3, 2, 1. Breath of joy. 2 more. Inhale, rise. Flip the palms. Exhale, sweep back wide. Hands towards the heart center. Exhale, bending the knees, sit bones down to the earth. One breath. We're going to inhale, rise halfway up. Exhale, sink the sit bones down for 5 rounds. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, halfway up. Try to align the hips with the knees. Exhale, sink. Inhale, 4. Exhale, sink. Inhale, 3. Exhale, sink. Inhale, 2. Exhale, sink. Inhale, 1. Exhale, sink, and staying here. All right, spreading your toes nice and wide, pressing through the feet, lifting length of the spine, shoulders are back, chest is open, knees are squeezing in, arms are squeezing out, palms and fingers are pressed into each other with integrity. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Begin to shift from side to side, just for a breath. Sliding back to center, inhale, sweep open as you lift up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Stepping back towards the front of your mat. Inhale to trace the sun. Exhale to forward fold, wrapping your arms behind the legs. One more breath. Perfect. All right, so from here, we're going to come back down into a seated position. So from here, you can just cross the legs for a moment in order to bend the knees, descend the sit bones, and then you're going to uncross the legs, and then you're going to take the legs all the way out front. All right, so your feet are nicely flexed. So I'm going to actually turn on to my side so we can see what we're going to do. So this is actually one of my favorite little sequences that I've seen. It's pretty great. And it does use a little bit of balance. So from here, we're going to bend the right knee, and we're going to step the right foot on the outside of the left thigh. To increase the level of intensity, you're going to guide your right heel close towards the left hip. To decrease intensity, you're going to take it further away from the hip. Your left foot is fully flexed, pressing through the heel, tucking the toes in towards you. And we're going to start off with a little bit of a twist here. You're going to hug the right leg into the chest with your left arm, and you're going to inhale, sweep up through the right hand. And as you exhale, you're going to take your twist past the right shoulder. Three, 2, and 1. Inhale, center. So this time, we're going to take the hands right underneath the right foot, and then we're going to guide the right leg all the way back out in front. So if your hands don't reach your foot here, that's okay. You can take a hold of your thigh here, or even hug the base of your thigh. If you're hugging the base of your thigh, make sure that the chest is still lifted and high, and you have the arms hugged in towards your body. So from here, we're going to demi-point the feet. So if you don't know what demi-point is, think of Barbie feet. You're going to slide the shoulders back, lift the heart, straighten the spine. And then from here, we're going to be coming into a little bit of a twist. So we're going to take the left hand on top of the right leg, so either behind the thigh, the calf, or the foot. And then as we inhale, we're going to lift up through the spine. As we exhale, we're going to twist over towards the right side. Taking your gaze past the right thumb. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. As you exhale, you're going to tilt the pelvis back. You're going to point the toes, and then you're going to start to float the left leg off your mat. Keep the navel pulled in. Keep the spine nice and long. Keep the heart and chest lifted. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Begin to release the left leg first, and then as you exhale, you're going to fold over the legs, following your right foot all the way back down to the mat. Take one more breath in your forward fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend the left knee, guide the left foot on the outskirts of the right thigh here. Wrapping your right arm around the left leg. Inhale, left arm rises. Make sure that the right foot is fully flexed. Exhale, twist towards the left side, guiding your gaze past the left shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, center, taking the base of the left foot. Exhale, guiding the leg back at center. Demi pointing the feet. Inhale to lift through the crown of the head. Open up your chest. You're going to take the right arm towards the left foot. Exhale, twist towards the left side, guiding your gaze towards the left thumb. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch. Inhale, center. Exhale, tilt the pelvis back, point the toes, and begin to float the right leg off the mat. Keep the navel pulled into the spine. Keep the chest lifted. Keep a nice long spine. For 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the right leg back down to the earth. And as you exhale, following the left foot all the way back down and coming into your forward fold. One more breath. Release the hands. Inhale to slide back up. Beautiful. So this class is going to run slightly longer, maybe by about 5 or so minutes. We're going to get into that yin pose that we're going to finish off with the legs nice and open. So you have a couple of options here. You can either use your bolster to elevate your hips, or if you have a wall space, you can take the legs up the wall. So that one is actually usually preferred, so that you're focusing a lot less on holding your legs up with your glutes and your thighs, and you can just let your legs drape open. And if that's not available for you today, then you can follow me and do what we're going to do together. So we're going to make ourselves a bolster with our towel and our pillow. So expand the towel nice and long. We're going to fold the pillow in half, making yourselves a bit of a bolster here. And then you're going to roll up your towel as tight as possible. Once you have your bolster ready, you're going to take that off to one side. You're going to come back down onto your spine. And then we're going to inhale to press to the feet, lift the hips, and we're going to slide the bolster underneath the hips. Arms come back down towards the ground. And then you're going to start to take one foot up towards the ceiling and then the other. Flex the feet, press through the heels, tuck the toes towards you. And then on your next exhalation, you're going to take the legs nice and wide. If you'd like a slight assist here, you can take the hands on the inner thighs and you can rotate the inner thighs towards you, allowing the toes to actually face the earth. So it's an internal rotation of the legs. So we're going to stay here for about 2 more minutes before closing today's practice. Softening the outer glutes and the outer thighs, taking deeper breaths, exhaling the breath into the hips. 1 more minute. We're almost there. Let's take the last 3 breaths here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Bending the knees. Shifting the legs back to center. Giving yourself a big hug here. And then you're going to descend at the base of the feet, back down to the ground. Knees are still bent. You're going to take the edges of your bolster with your hands. You're going to shift the bolster all the way down so that it lands underneath your knees. And then you're going to rest your legs over the bolster and then release the arms alongside the body. Take a nice big deep breath here. To release and melt the entire body down to the earth. Noticing all of the sensations throughout the body from an unbiased point of view. Remembering your intention for today's practice. Take a big, deep, deep breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Guiding the knees into the chest. Rolling from side to side, massaging the spine. And then eventually rolling over towards the right side of the body. And upon the next inhalation, guiding the body back upright into a seated position to close today's practice. Guiding the hands towards heart center in Anjali Mudra. Let us inhale to Om to close today's practice. Inhaling now. Rubbing your hands vigorously together, creating heat through friction. Rub, rub, rub until you get nice toasty and warm. Once your hands get toasty and warm, cupping the hands over the eyes, inhaling the warmth of the touch. And as you exhale, releasing the hands away from the face, a gentle transition from darkness to light. May every single cell of your entire being be filled with love, light, abundance, bliss, freedom, and optimal health. May all beings be happy. Be happy. Be happy. Namaste. All right, folks. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that practice. Hope you're enjoying your nice mobile hips now. A little bit of strength, a lot of opening. So for tomorrow rather, we've got in store, as per usual, 7 a.m. sunrise vinyasa, followed by 10:30. We're going to do yoga conditioning tomorrow. So if you would like to get a little bit of a workout, move a little bit faster, maybe even break a sweat, yoga conditioning is totally for you. And as well on Friday, we're going to get into the 10:30 class on Friday. Is going to be Pilates Fusion. Again, a little bit of a faster paced class, a little bit more faster paced than the yoga conditioning. So if you really want to step up your game a couple notches or even just a notch, Pilates Fusion will be the right thing for you. And if not, have a super fantastic week. Have an excellent weekend. And I hope that you all have lots of sunshine inside your heart at all times. Namaste. Until we meet again.